Hello and welcome. All right, let's just jump right in, shall we? So picture this. You've spent hours, maybe even days, pouring everything you've got into a blog post. You finally hit publish, you're feeling so good about it, and then nothing. Absolute crickets. Your masterpiece is just gone, lost somewhere on page 10 of Google. Does that sound a little too familiar? You know, it is one of the most gut-wrenching feelings for anyone creating content online. You do all that work, you share your best stuff, and it feels like you're just shouting into an empty room. But here's the thing. It's a super common problem, and it's one we are absolutely going to solve today. And this is maybe the most important takeaway of all. You do not need to be some kind of technical wizard or have a huge marketing budget to make this work. Seriously, we're going to walk through some really simple, totally doable steps that will help you write blogs that, you guessed it, real people and Google will both absolutely love. Okay, first things first, we have to build a strong foundation, and that foundation is all about keyword research. Before you even think about writing a single word, we need to figure out what your audience is actually typing into that search bar. This isn't about guesswork, it's about using real data to point us in the right direction. And you know what the best part is? You don't need to shell out for expensive tools. Google's own keyword planner is awesome for seeing search volume. Ubersuggest is fantastic for finding related keywords and seeing what the competition looks like. And my personal favorite, Answer the Public, literally shows you the questions people are asking. These 3 free tools are all you really need to get going. Now, this brings us to a really critical idea: long tail keywords. Look, trying to rank for a super broad term like coffee is, well, it's basically impossible. You're competing with massive global brands, but best coffee for French press? Now that's specific. That's a niche, and that is a battle you can actually win. So why does this matter so much? Well, think about it. The person searching for best coffee for French press isn't just window shopping. They have a French press sitting on their counter, and they're ready to buy some beans. That is a highly motivated, super targeted reader, the exact kind of person you want on your blog. Specificity brings in an audience that's ready to listen and ready to act. Okay, so you've got your keyword. What's next? You need a blueprint. A really clear logical structure isn't just for you. It's like a roadmap for Google's little search bots. And maybe more importantly, it's a map for your human readers who, let's be honest, have the attention span of a goldfish. And here's that simple blueprint. It's so easy. Your title, that's your H1 tag, has to include your keyword. Then you need an intro that grabs them right away. After that, use subheadings, your H2s and H3s, to break up your article into easy-to-scan chunks. And finally, please keep your paragraphs short, like 2 to 4 sentences max. It makes a world of difference for people reading on their phones. Let's just double-click on that introduction for a second because it is so, so important. You have about 3 seconds to convince somebody to keep reading. Your intro has to hit them with their problem, like, tired of your French press coffee tasting weak? And then immediately promise a solution. I'm going to show you the 5 best beans for the perfect bold brew. See? Problem, solution. That's the magic hook. Right. You've got your keyword, you've got your structure. Now we get to the fun part, the magic, the actual writing. This is where so many people get tripped up. They either write like a robot, just stuffing keywords everywhere, or they write this beautiful, poetic piece that totally ignores how search engines work. The real sweet spot is right there in the middle. If you want a number to keep in your back pocket, think 2 to 3%. That's roughly how often your main keyword should show up. But listen, please don't get obsessed with hitting that number. The goal is for it to feel totally natural. If you have to force a keyword into a sentence where it sounds weird, just don't do it. Honestly, if you're just writing about your topic, it'll probably show up naturally anyway. I mean, just listen to the difference here. The caffeinated beverage is a source of antioxidants. Would you ever say that to a friend? No way. You'd say, hey, coffee's packed with antioxidants that are good for you. Always, always, always choose the human option. Google is so smart these days, it understands context and synonyms. Just talk like a person. And it's not just about the words you choose, it's how you present them. Google really cares about how long people stay on your page. It's called on-page time. Using things like bullet points, breaking up text with images, and bolding key phrases, it all makes your content so much easier to digest. It keeps people reading, which sends a huge signal to Google that your page is valuable. We are so close. Before you hit that big, beautiful publish button, there's one last quick step. It's your on-page SEO check. Just think of it like a final once-over, a quality control step. It only takes a couple of minutes, but trust me, it can make all the difference in your rankings. This is your final polish. First, that title tag. It's what people see on the Google results page. Keep it short, under 60 characters, and make it pop. Next, your meta description. This is your 160-character ad. Your job is to convince people to click on your link instead of someone else's. And finally, toss in a link to one of your other related articles and a link out to a trustworthy source. It shows Google you're connected and you've done your homework.
So what does a great meta description actually look like? Well, something like this. See how it tells you exactly what you're going to get? It uses keywords, but it sounds natural, and it speaks directly to the reader's goal. It perfectly answers the question, why should I click this? That is what you're aiming for.
So, after all of this, what's the real secret? The big takeaway? It's not some crazy hack or hidden trick. It's just consistency. SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to hit #1 on Google tomorrow. But if you consistently follow these steps, good keywords, clear structure, human writing, and that final checklist, you will, I promise, you will see your blog start to climb. You've got it now. You have the entire blueprint. From finding out what people are desperate to know, to building the perfect post that gives them the answer. There is nothing holding you back. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to write about? Your next post could be the one. Go make it happen.